You wake up in the morning and you don't really know what to do. You could choose 12 different paths. Faced with this sheer number, you are confused and overwhelmed. You are unsure about your direction in life and have a lack of clarity. There is this slight feeling of dread and anxiety about the future in the back of your head, and you use distractions like YouTube, TikTok, or other forms of entertainment to escape and avoid the uncomfortable feelings associated with being lost. You react to life instead of actively shaping it. Enough of that. You want change and clicked on this video. You've already seen the videos and clips of the famous influencers with their money, lifestyle, and status, and there is something attractive about it, but it's not enough to strive for, because under the facade, it's essentially dull and meaningless. In the meantime, you watch self-improvement videos, do the good habits, and you listen to the people who seem to have figured it out, but you still don't seem to find an answer. Social media is the deadliest counterforce in our path to self-discovery. We unconsciously feel the pressure to imitate those who we perceive successful, thinking that theirs is the only path to fulfillment. We force ourselves to fit into the trends of the time and become so impatient and afraid to start from the bottom, to allow ourselves to freely experiment. As Musashi said, you must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain, and you will fail to go to the top of the mountain if you go a path that is not meant for you. So, as a logical consequence, you ignore the noise of the outer world for now and turn your gaze inwards. Your genetics and 20 years of life experience and programming turned you into the person you are today. I mean, you are an absolute unique phenomenon. This is not a shallow platitude to make you feel good. Your DNA has never occurred in the history of the universe going back billions of years, and it will never occur in the future. Your life experiences with your parents, siblings, friends, and everything that you experience in your early years growing up is unique. So, it seems to be a good idea to look for the answer within you. You look for that primal inclination, that grain that's inside of you, that, once discovered, will give you the energy to be disciplined and to go easily through boring tasks. But how do you do this? You do a form of archaeology. We have to dig and dig and dig and find those bones from your childhood that indicated what you were meant to do. Like a detective, you pay attention to the details, some random little anecdotes. It does not matter how unimpressive the anecdote and how weird and unorthodox this inclination is. I give you an example of mine. I remember one morning when I was around 10 years old, I was eating my chocolate cereal and I watched the same Star Wars behind the scenes video several times in a row. And I absolutely loved it. Jumping a few years into the future, I started self-improvement. I learned about psychology and philosophy. I read history books about humanity, and all of these things trigger in me the same feeling of bliss I had when I watched this Star Wars behind the scenes video when I was 10 years old. It's weird because on the surface, these things are completely different subjects, but for me, they are still somehow connected. I think the story aspect is the crucial thing. Self-improvement is a story. A psychological journey is a story. Mankind's history is a story. All of these things just grip me, and I can't do anything about it. Because you don't choose your interest chooses you. This primal inclination is already there. It just needs to be discovered. And on the other side, I can't really make myself interested in anything else. Martial arts, technology, or running are, for example, all nice things that I enjoy to some degree, but they are just not the thing for me. And that's when the constant exposure to the internet gets in our own way. The shiny object syndrome is a sneaky trap. We see the cool lives and success, but we totally neglect that we are not them. We have a different DNA. We have a different inclination. Inspiration is good, but it can flip very quickly into us convincing ourselves that we should follow somebody else's path. The reality is, nobody can compete with you at being you. This is not a call to celebrate your weaknesses, but to be authentic, to let go of who we think we are, and to be and embrace who we really are. After spending some time alone, reflecting, trying to find what really excites us, no matter how subtle this excitement is, we can walk slowly but surely in the right direction. And this is utterly important. Taking the first step is the prerequisite to discover your purpose, because you will not just reason yourself into the meaning and purpose of life, but you will act yourself into the meaning and purpose of life. Trial and error is the way of life, and perfectionism is the antidote to life. I started my first YouTube channel, and it was a fail, and when I started this YouTube channel, it was a win. As Steve Jobs said, and much of what I stumbled into by following my curiosity and intuition turned out to be priceless later on. There is some level of faith you have to put up front, that your inner guide knows what's right for you. And every reality check you get and every fail you collect can simply be viewed as a data point that you can use to improve your direction. Purpose isn't something that hits you, it is something that unfolds itself across time. And now, if you want to make money while being aligned with your purpose, you also have to consider what other people want from you. You have to find the overlap between what you love and what you're talented at, and what other people, aka the market, wants from you. 200 years ago, you would have had great difficulty finding this overlap, but nowadays, thanks to the internet, you can virtually monetize everything by helping people and offering solutions to people all over the globe. Even though it can be hard to find the overlap, as you grow and mature and learn, you'll definitely find it. Purpose is flexible. It takes on different forms over time. The core is the same, but how it expresses itself changes. Purpose is what unites your future selves across time. It is a form of alignment of your interests and values, something that you love so much that you are willing to put up with pain involved. It's not just about your work. Overarching purpose leads to a mode of being that justifies the existential suffering of life. Striving consciously for a life of alignment is, especially in our day and age, incredibly important, where we see misaligned, hedonistic, depressed, and demoralized modes of being at every forefront. Nobody is happy being lost. I don't think that this state exists. Maybe people cope about it and pretend to themselves that it's some form of freedom, but I view it more as a prison of fear and short-term desire. In contrast, a purposeful life, which is found in the adoption of responsibility, is a real adventure. It is essentially an eternal discovery of your strengths and what you are capable of. I mean, God only knows what's inside you. This capacity to confront potential and to turn it into something good, that's us. That's what humans are built for. If you don't seem to find the answers you are looking for, then you didn't listen and reflected carefully enough, or you were too impatient. The answer will unfold itself across time if you interact with the world and listen to your own inner voice. And remember, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. These words from Steve Jobs shaped me in my teenage years, and taking them to heart made all the difference in my life. And I hope the same will be true for you.